Hello and welcome to the Daily Loop. Right, let's get into it. Transfer bids. Okay, so we might sell this guy. I think we were wanting to. I think this guy we just will sell. We definitely just don't need him. Let me just double check first who it is before I just sell him, but I think it's this guy. Yeah, so we just sell this guy, and then I think this guy we ideally would sell, but I mean maybe we can. Ideally we would play the 3 matches we have to play first. Because we kind of, if we get any injuries, we probably need him for cover. Let's decide that one after. Let's just go through the auctions. Yesterday's auctions. Did we win our guy? Youth squad. Yeah. We did win our guy. Just select this training option while we're here, I suppose. The natural fitness strength. I guess we'll take the part. We need the passing and the tackling of this guy, so that's a bit of a no-brainer. Right. So now I think we will just check the trialists. Positioning doesn't really matter for this player, and it's 2. Position does matter. It's a shame that it's low. Dribbling, it's not that big a deal. It's 4. Speed's next, and then tackling soon, so we can wait on him. This guy's the passing next. So Flair only came out at 8, which isn't ideal. Right, so I think at this point, all of these, there's none that we're panicking to get rid of. But I think in particular, this AML, we could just take on somebody else that's good. And I think this DC is just too. I think the DC first. This guy, I guess we could wait for the speed. And this guy, speed tally. So yeah, at the end of the day, we don't need any DCs. So I think it's just something like probably this DC would give up first, and then the AML, then the other DC. So there's a lot we can give up if we find the right player, but we're also okay to just keep all of them on board for now. Just scanning through. We don't really need a keeper. He does have the nice 59 determination, but I think because the one-on-ones and durability are both super low, plus we don't really need a keeper, so we'll just pass on him. Don't use AMR, don't use DL, don't use AMR, don't use AML. I think what's coming up next? Flair, natural fitness, strength, dribbling. I think just the passing, the vision, the tackling isn't quite at the level we would want. The vision's really good. He's really slow. Don't use AMR. Don't use DL, but he's got some really high attributes so far. Bad marking and vision. I think we just pass because we don't use the DL. It's a bit slow. Tackling miles off being revealed. Tackling again miles off being revealed. And don't use DR. I don't think there's anything here that there's a bit that we could bring in if we were sort of forcing ourselves to bring someone in, but I think in particular, maybe, yeah, but again, we're okay to just wait with these guys and get some more attributes revealed. I think there's a lot of the more, I think it's just mostly this guy, to be honest, but but again, it's just he's also only got 14 speed, and the passing and vision is not that great. I think we just don't get him. So yeah, I think it's just the case that a lot of the more rounded players, attributes wise, here are just this guy for just not playing positions we want. So let's just move on. We'll check the scouting pool next. Sort by position. I think that works best for us overall. This guy's feels pretty good, but just not really looking for a keeper. At the moment, I think first we don't need another one at the moment unless they have to be truly great. At the moment, we basically just want to sell this guy first because we kind of got 3 keepers we're okay with for this season at least. So we just want to sell him first before we buy any more. Really, it would take something quite the player to tempt us, let's say. So I think we're just not using a DL, so let's just scoot through these. He's a really nice DL though. DC's he's 17 and he's probably his first boost isn't up yet, but yeah, we just don't need a DC. We're just flooded with them in the youth team, but he's pretty nice. I mean, he has had one set of training boost applied, but if we needed a DC, we'd probably get him because he's got decent speed. Like, he's sort of got everything at a decent level. He could become something, but yeah, we just packed in the DC. So right, and then he's sort of better than these other ones. You got to get up to this guy before this guy's probably better, but he's also like quite a bit older, right? So same old comments. It's just a lot of these players just not good enough or wrong positions and stuff. Again, I'll just try and do this quick. Too low tackling, too low passing. A lot of these you can insta dismiss by checking, so it can be quite a fast process despite the fact that you're checking everybody properly. So too low tackling, too slow, not quite where he needs to be at for 19. Just not good enough for 21. I think maybe there's some bits here. The vision is low, the speed's low, tackling low, passing vision low. Speed is a bit low. The other stuff doesn't make up for it. Too old. Just not quite as good enough for us. A bit old. Don't use AMLs, so we'll just scoot through these just in case there happens to be a gem in there. If there isn't. Had quite a few AMCs yesterday. I think this guy's not as good as the ones we saw yesterday. So I think this guy not quite good enough. I think just the passing a bit low, the finishing a bit low, the composure low, the long shots a bit low, the control low. Yeah, it's so hard for us to find that player. I don't know if we'll ever find them. Except through the auctions list by paying up big. I think that's probably the one way. Right, we sort of, I don't think we need a striker, so we're just really looking, again, it's a bit like the DCs. It's like they're going to have to be really good to sort of tempt us, and also different. We need like a proper what, and these ones are just going to be too old. I don't know, yeah, whatever, not good enough. So let's go to the auctions. Right, I don't even know what to sort by here because the price kind of matters for us. So let's just sort by that. Oddly, this guy is about as close as we've actually seen to what we need for the AMC. To be honest, this guy he's not like the passing a little bit low, but not much. Ideally, the strength would be a bit more. And the long shots and the dribbling I think he's the closest we've seen, to be honest. He's also old, also too high wage. But it's interesting. We're just scanning, we're basically just looking at the passing and vision, and then if that happens to meet a threshold, we then just glancing straight to finishing, and that's pretty much eliminating nearly everybody here. Now we're sort of getting into the realms of what we can't really afford. Long shots is a bit low. The passing is a bit low. But this guy, if he was cheaper, this would be again pretty close to the best we've seen for what we need. I think this guy, just looking, he's not far off. I think it's just the strength a bit low, control a bit low, the composure quite low. And now we're definitely getting into the realms where we just cannot afford these guys. And this guy could probably do the role we need, but just can't afford him. This guy's would be really good, but he's got 3 positions already and too old and whatever. To be honest, this guy would be pretty awesome for us. I think on the whole, this is the best we've seen. I think the dribbling is a bit low and the composure a bit low, but everything else is there. Got 72 ceiling. I mean, you are sort of getting what you see to some degree. It will evolve a bit over time, but yeah, I don't think it's. We'll check after, but I don't even think it's an option. We just simply can't afford that guy. I think if we go to, was he 13 million or something? Maybe plus the wages. We maybe just if we clear, but we can't commit all of our resources to that guy. I think if we could, it would be just, and it would be all of our money. Well, we couldn't. We'd have to sell someone else as well. But I don't think we're going to do it. We didn't get the central midfielder. We might just play the 3 games today, and then if we don't get an MC injury, then just sell this guy. The last thing is just the training options. We have 1 we picked before. We got 3 more. It's not that. I don't think the crossing matters too much for this guy. The aerial ability kinda does. Right, so this side's got 16 total points, this side's got 17 total points. So I think in the end we're sort of saying what's better, like 3 aerial ability and 3 work rate. Yeah, they're the same actually, it's pretty straightforward. It's just 3 aerial ability and 3 work rate versus 3 natural fitness and 4 crossing. I'll just check the guy to see what his natural fitness and endurance is like. he certainly do with the extra bit of natural fitness. I'm not sure the work rate's that big a deal when it's an AMC. It's not really getting back that much, so it's not really, that doesn't really matter, I think. And the thing is, the crossing doesn't really matter either. I think it's this one to get the aerial ability. So this guy doesn't really matter. We'll sell him at some point. This side's just better. And this guy again, I think he's pretty much at the end of the road. Honestly, I don't even know. I think we're just about ready to sell this guy, I think. So, alright, awesome. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you for the next one.